With Bitcoin's relentless descent, echoes of disbelief reverberate through the market. Analysts point to historical patterns forecasting a potential plunge to $45,000 mirroring previous halving cycles. Despite inflows from the US spot Bitcoin ETFs, the current downturn persists, leaving investors on edge. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. Starting off with 2 more weeks of chop before we begin up only, and here we had the 4 weeks of chop before, and now we're looking into the same position as was previous all-time high. The previous all-time high was here, so now we're looking into a new one, as well as even a bigger price explosion we expect. Just a small amount of time to get to that position. Bitcoin hasn't even retested its 21-day EMA. 21-day EMA blue, 55-day EMA red, 200-day EMA is green. All three have a rising slope. Price or more than 21-day EMA, more than 55-day EMA, more than 200 is a bullish formation we have. Bitcoin halving in 35 days alone, so here we can see how it was. 50 new Bitcoins created every 10 minutes. First halving happened, 25 new Bitcoins created every 10 minutes. Second halving, 12.5 new Bitcoins created every 10 minutes. Third halving, here we go, that 625 new Bitcoins created every 10 minutes. And there we could possibly see the fourth halving is coming. And we can already understand the three 125 Bitcoins will be made every 10 minutes. And it's just 35 days left till that. Bitcoin is an hard intellectual selection. Those who have not passed that selection are selling Bitcoin because of trading leverage or because they want to take profits. Those who pass the selection are holding and buying more. Every day passing, more and more Bitcoin are passing from paper hands to diamond hands. A fair intellectual selection in motion. The next one we go for, just in, as Bitcoin's allocation in investor portfolios has surpassed that of gold with a 3.7x greater allocation compared to gold, says JP Morgan. Degens cleansed across the board. In crypto, bottom feels close. Bitcoin, there we go. The next one we go for is actually Bitcoin is literally moving from the hands of those with less than 100 Bitcoin to those with more than 100 Bitcoin. Before the single biggest adoption curve of Bitcoin by money you have ever seen. Sometimes you have to just be happy for people that they were on the journey until now, but that's where their participation actually ends. On that leverage wipeout, we got the reset in Bitcoin funding rates. Annualized basis went from 100% back to 20%, and we could see this on the graphs. Next one, saying that real estate is a good investment. Think again. Why? Because you never truly own it. Maintenance drains your wallet, property taxes, highway robbery. From a rental property owner, trust me, Bitcoin is the primary property to own this century. Bitcoin is not a hedge against the inflation for one reason. Its price is dominated by the actions of big institutional investors who consider it just another asset class and a risky asset one at that. That means with rate cut postponed, it's risk off again, and the institutional adoption and control over Bitcoin has completely destroyed its original CryptoPunk ideals, and it has failed to be carrier for decentralization and self-sovereignty revolution. Next up, so many leveraged Bitcoin and long positions destroyed. Shorts probably going to be next, and here we could see Bitcoin total liquidations on the 1 hour it's 28 million, on the 4 hours it's 48 million, on the 12 hours it's 120 million, and 24 hours it's $225 million just destroyed, and that's basically what we can see. Robert Kiyosaki, an author of Rich Dad Poor Dad: the problem with gold and silver is higher the prices go, the more gold and silver is found. That is not true with Bitcoin. No matter how high the price of Bitcoin goes, there will only be 21 million ever. That's why I love Bitcoin. After the huge success of Bitcoin ETFs, senior Democrats urged tax Gary Gensler to block any further ETFs for other tokens. The next up we go for US national debt more than 492 million bitcoins. For all Bitcoin in existence to the value of US debt price would need to be 1.7 million per coin, but that debt is constantly growing, so Bitcoin price would need to increase $500 a day after reaching 1.7 million. Scarcity comes at ya quick. Next up, new, El Salvador moves $406 million of Bitcoin into cold storage. And here you could see Nayib Bukele says on his Twitter, "We've decided to transfer a big chunk of our Bitcoin to a cold wallet and store that cold wallet in a physical wallet within our national territory. You can call it our first Bitcoin piggy bank. It's not much, but it's an honest work." How long can Bitcoin price go? Bitcoin analysis points to $45,000. So Bitcoin can dip much lower and still preserve its bull market and historical track record. That is according to the latest Bitcoin price analysis, which paints an optimistic picture of how Bitcoin USD is performing despite a 10% dip in 24 hours. Bitcoin price bull market pullbacks often near 40%. So Bitcoin is still following the classic road to new macro highs, longtime market participants agree. Despite increased Bitcoin price volatility around the side of its 2021 all-time highs at 69,000, the current Bitcoin bull run remains wholly intact. And this would remain the case even if a much deeper correction were to occur from current levels near 68,000 per data from Cointelegraph, Markets Pro, and TradingView. And in comments on X, formerly Twitter, on March 15th, the pseudonymous trader known as Bax focused on upcoming block subsidiary halving, and here drew comparisons to previous halving cycles, all of which saw a major price pullbacks of nearly 40% before the event, which flipped into price discovery later on. Currently, minus 38% off to 73,000 equals 45,500. He wrote, calculating the potential scope of downside from Bitcoin's latest all-time highs. When challenged about inflows from the United States spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds or ETFs beyond the market in way which was absent its previous cycles. So Bax noted that each previous bull market had its own catalyst which nonetheless failed to prevent a drawdown. So Bitcoin approaches danger zone. Also in price performance in relation to the halving is popular trader and analyst Rect Capital. Despite Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high before its 2024 halving, a unique event, he suggests that the timing remains a case of classic bull market posturing. As in chart uploaded to X, he compared this year with behavior during the last halving year in 2020, and technically Bitcoin is still in its pre-halving rally, light blue, he explained. So however, Bitcoin is on the cusp of transitioning from its pre-halving rally phase into the pre-halving retrace phase, orange dark blue circles. And a further post warned that Bitcoin USD was about to enter the riskiest part of the pre-halving phase, which he termed the danger zone, as historically Bitcoin has performed pre-halving retraces 14 to 28 days before the halving, he noted. Next up, will Bitcoin repeat its sharp bounce after a dramatic drop? So this surge came after a strong overnight rebound, dispelling any previous signs of weakness before the latest Wall Street session, and the resurgence has highlighted by Rect Capital, a well-known trader and analyst on X, who remarked, Bitcoin dipped again earlier this week and once again successfully retraced all-time highs as support. So the excitement was partially fueled by the notable supply trends, particularly the impact of the United States spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds, which recorded net inflows of $683 billion on March 13th, as reported by UK-based investment firm Farsight, as this inflow significantly outstripped the day's outflows from Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, indicating a bullish momentum. So that's kind of all the information we got on today's video, and if you're interested in more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.